So one of the other things that we're talking about too is we have a different focus than most painting franchises or painting companies, right? Why commercial? Commercial is our focus. Why commercial? And how is that different than what we see in the marketplace?
It's interesting. So we've done most kinds of painting in the 21 plus years in business. What we found is in the commercial market, connecting ourselves directly with building owners, building managers, community association managers, we can bring value that we may not be able to bring in the residential world, and certainly in new construction and working with general contractors. There's many reasons. One, the same number of touch points that you would have with a residential customer, you may have that same number or fewer with a large commercial project. The average job size in residential would be, say, $5,000 to $10,000 on the high side. With commercial, you may see it in the $15,000 to $50,000 range. And you have the same number of touch points, then you can grow a model much faster in our minds.
Yeah, one of the things, coming from the residential world, right, you have to go through a lot of volume. And it may not be as personal, which may seem a little counterintuitive, but what about the relationship side in commercial? How important is that when you're selling commercial painting?
Well, I think that's a fundamental difference between residential and commercial. With the residential approach, there's a big spend on marketing. You want to get a lot out there, and you're going to use a lot of online platforms. You're going to perhaps do mailers. You're going to do a lot of things and spend on marketing. With commercial, it's more of a blend, but there's no question people buy from people they trust. And you have to build those relationships in commercial. So developing those relationships in commercial are, I think, a part of the marketing plan, not so much just going out and blanketing a town with your brand.
Yeah. One of the things that we've often talked about with commercial versus residential is you have a quicker way to scale, right? And that's one of the benefits of owning a commercial company, commercial painting company versus a residential painting company. So what are those things, why does it scale quicker? Right? We talked about, hey, the average job size, but why does it scale quicker?
Well, part of it's the average job size. I think the other piece of that is developing relationships with people who make multiple buying decisions every year in painting. And there's a lot of people in our world that make those kinds of decisions. That's why relationship is so important, because really what we want to be is your best friend in the painting industry. Someone that you can call to solve any problem related to preserving your assets in the painting world. And we believe that we can be that for those folks. And if you are that and build that relationship, then whenever something comes up related to painting, they're going to call one person. And that's why relationships are so important.
One of the other benefits of focusing on commercial is that almost everybody else focuses on residential, right? There's not many franchises out there right now that focus only on commercial painting.
No, there aren't. There aren't, and I think that's a real opportunity. And frankly, I'm surprised there aren't. There's quite a lot of residential-focused painting companies. That's not us. We've developed systems and processes and built a lot of our model around strictly providing service to commercial clients. The touch points are different. The type of language is different. The level of sophistication and types of projects are higher. We can shorten that learning curve for those who are maybe been intimidated by commercial projects. And it's a gap in the market, and we're excited about filling it.
Now, we've talked about commercial. How do we define commercial? What constitutes a commercial project?
Well, to me, commercial project is defined by it's an asset that has to be maintained to maintain either revenue or a multifamily unit dwelling. We tend to think that if you can be really good at executing projects with multiple people near or around those projects and do it with minimal interruption, then that's generally what needs to have a focus on when you're doing commercial. You can have an argument whether multifamily or community associations and condominiums would be commercial or residential. My thoughts are they're commercial. That you're working for a board who makes decisions. That board is a business. They're going to have to make decisions on behalf of all the people who they serve, and that is the community.
So other types of things for commercial, right, are going to be shopping centers, distribution centers, stadiums, right? We've worked on stadiums and arenas. What else? What other kinds of commercial projects and what else falls under that envelope?
Distribution, warehouses, safety painting, keeping wayfinding painted up brightly so that people can stay safe in their work environments. Retirement communities is a big part of what we see here in Florida.
Schools and universities, right? We've done a lot with schools and universities that way.
Yep, schools and universities have some of the highest traffic and the biggest need, just the constant need of maintenance on those buildings, both inside and out. Any revenue producing, people coming in and out, needs to have that building looking good and maintained well for the safety and function is what I would consider a commercial. Yeah.